In today's video, we are going to explore best Mukesh Ambani quotes about visionary leadership, business, investment, and success. Let's get started. A third track running at that time, apart from academics and the fun stuff, was that my father shared with me his passion for business and entrepreneurship from very early on. Even when I was in high school, I used to spend long hours at the office on weekends. All of us, in a sense, struggled continuously all the time, because we never get what we want. The important thing which I've really learned is how do you not give up, because you never succeed in the first attempt. All times are good times for those who know how to work and have the tools to do so. Dance to your own music and take some risks in life, because it is often the risk-taker who changes the course of history and contributes to the well-being of millions of lives. Everybody has equal opportunity, and I think that is true for everything. I don't think ambition should not be in the dictionary of entrepreneurs. But our ambition should be realistic. You have to realize that you can't do everything. I generally think that I should only speak by action and not by words. I have turned into a big nature fan as well. I can afford it more today. These childhood influences have shaped me into what I am today. I think that our fundamental belief is that for us growth is a way of life and we have to grow at all times. I'm a Mumbai boy. On its streets I learned to stand up for myself, in its roadside stalls I learned to bargain, in its commercial centers I learned the business, and in its cinemas I learned to dream. If you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to help them build theirs. In my father's language, to create something out of nothing. That possibility exists in India, even in old world sectors like agriculture. In the journey of an entrepreneur, the most important thing is self-belief and the ability to convert that belief into reality. It is important to achieve our goals, but not at any cost. It is important to remember that no overnight successes exist. You will need to be dedicated and single-minded, and there is no substitute for hard work. Mahatma Gandhi's dream of self-reliance can be attained by making use of the internet and technology. My obsession is with technology and how it can improve human life. In my view, what we have seen in the last 300 years is only a trailer. Our own childhood was totally different. I guess when you are left on your own, you find your true potential. I remember my dad never came to our school even once. Nevertheless, he was hugely interested in our progress and our education, and he would always ask us what we had learned that day. Relationships and trust. This is the bedrock of life. The only way to do it is to do it. The only way to build it right is to build it with quality and passion. The organizational architecture is that a centipede walks on 100 legs and 1 or 2 don't count. So, if I lose 1 or 2 legs, the process will go on, the organization will go on, the growth will go on. The success of Reliance Jio will be the biggest driver of our growth in the next decade, as well as India's growth. Today I see 1 billion people as 1 billion potential consumers, an opportunity to generate value for them and to make a return for myself. Tune out the critics and cynics. We are not in a race to make money, but we are in a race to make history. Any business that has the sole purpose of making money is not worth doing. As long as you've got your courage of conviction, it works for you. I think that the same applies, too, even where you don't, because in today's world, financial resources are the least important. World has moved to the power of ideas. At Reliance, we have always believed in investing in the businesses of the future and in investing in talent. Broadband and digital services will no longer be a luxury item, a scarce commodity, to be rationed amongst the privileged few. Business must serve a larger societal purpose. By that time, the early 70s, Vimal was a fairly successful textile brand. So everybody expected me to do textile engineering. I shocked them by saying that I would go to IIT. China and India will, separately and together, unleash an explosion of demand. Digital life and digital services are a multi-wave business. Essentially, whoever is successful, whoever is going to do things that make a difference, is going to be talked about. Fill your ears and minds with melodies of optimism. I am a big believer that whatever has gone lies in the past. You should only learn from it, and you should only look at the present and the future. That's been my father's philosophy and mine as well. I am personally a big believer that technology is the biggest driver of human development, and if you can use technology to benefit people, then that's the best business you can have. I believe, 50 years from now, when you write history, one technology that would have changed human civilization is going to be the mobile internet. I guess when you are left on your own, you find your true potential. I remember my father never came to our school even once. I have always believed that technology drives human civilization's endeavor and progress. I personally think that money can do very little. And this has been my experience all across. I think our fundamental belief is that for us growth is a way of life and we have to grow at all times. It is important to remember that there are no overnight successes. You will need to be dedicated, single-minded, and there is no substitute to hard work. I wanted to pursue chemical engineering because I thought it was the future. If there are some losses that you take, then we're all big boys, we shouldn't be crying. In the journey of an entrepreneur, the most important thing is self-belief and the ability to convert that belief into reality. Mobile internet will be the single most defining technology of this century for human development. My big advantage was to have my father accept me as first generation. My view is to give everyone the space to grow in his own way. When you see restructuring or separations in a family firm, value has almost always been destroyed. This is the first case where value has been enhanced. In that way it has been a win-win ending. Nobody had anticipated that chemical was the direction in which Reliance was headed. I did chemical engineering because it was supposed to be the future. Our established businesses of hydrocarbons, energy, and petrochemicals pretty much run on their own, with their own proven leaders. This has helped me focus almost exclusively on two things. Firstly, new businesses. And secondly, institutionalizing what I call the Reliance management system. Profit or loss is not guaranteed. That depends on the consumer and depends on the product. That's a risk that business people take. Reliance has built a refinery-led energy business and a materials business. In the energy business, we give 2% of the world's petrol, diesel, and aviation fuel. The organizational architecture is really that a centipede walks on 100 legs and 1 or 2 don't count. So if I lose 1 or 2 legs, the process will go on, the organization will go on, the growth will go on. The regulator's job is not to guarantee us a profit, however much we cry. The regulator's job is to first make sure that the country goes forward and then make sure that the consumer goes forward. Today I see 1 billion people as 1 billion potential consumers, an opportunity to generate value for them and to make a return for myself. We all get into business, and we take a risk in terms of putting capital. Why will I not give free service to my customers to get them used to mobile internet, and to get every small town and village to use it? Everybody does promotions. In the internet world, free is normal. You have to manage money. Particularly with market economies. You may have a great product, but if your bottom line goes bust, then that's it. Please let us know your favorite quotes from these best Mukesh Ambani quotes about visionary leadership, business, investment and success in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.